too kind.
YouTube just gave up on life after hearing all that rolling.
YouTube's like, fuck this, I'm out. You're like, did the stream just cut out? And I'm thinking, no, man, I'm like, you make me like relive my fucking worst moments. I'm having like a hard time piecing my stories together. It could have just been me, you know, in between talking, and you think that it cut out. But then like 2 seconds later, at the top right of the screen, it says broadcast stopped. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it was cutting out. Well, I guess I should rephrase that. You're not making me do anything, but it's just I don't know. It still sucks to talk about.
Why is he still going? I quit rolling on the floor laughing.
Why is he still talking? Hey, that's it. Cut the stream. Cut. No, but like, okay, so, but like after everything, you know what I mean? Like I would never become an alcoholic, and I would never become a drug addict, is my point, okay? Because it's not only that I watched my parents throw their life away with that shit, I watched my parents' friends throw their life away with that shit. There's some of my parents' friends aren't even alive anymore because they threw their life away for that shit, and my brother knew that. So that's why it's so mind-boggling to me that he was just so oblivious to what the outcome was going to be. Like, he's seen what the outcome does to people. There has been times where, like, I was hanging out with him and we would be watching TikTok, and he would show me a TikTok of a before and after mugshots of people that got addicted to crystal meth. And I remember him looking at the video. He's looking at his phone. He's holding it, and he's like, I just don't get it. I don't get how people could do it. You know, I don't get how people could just throw their life away like that. And then he fucking did it. That's the most mind-boggling part. He did it. After how many? If we were driving down the road and there was a homeless person on the side of the road, he would roll down his window and he would yell at the homeless person to go get a job. Go get a job, you fucking bum. And then he would drive away. And then here he became a fucking meth addict and a homeless person that was mooching off my mom. Putting my mom through all that stress of her kid being a fucking meth head. But he was, prior to being that, he was putting everybody down for their decisions. That's my biggest point here. He put my mom down for years because she did crack. And then he's like, here, let me one up you. I'll do meth this time instead of crack. Then it was meth. He was smoking meth, and this stupid girl that dragged him into it,
This has a history of its
um,
own.
she ended up fucking. She did something, and it made my brother snap. I guess they got in an argument, and she started hitting him.
Oh, it's you.
And the way my mom raised my brother and I is, if a woman starts hitting
Man
you, you can
asks
hit her
silly
back
questions
once.
for him. I wonder what his kid self would say to him. What happened to you, big bro? Loudly crying face.
Yeah, I know, right? And so the way my mom raised us was, it's bad to hit women. You don't hit women. But if a woman is going to take advantage of that mentality and start hitting on you,
Check
you have
this.
every right to hit her back. This is the way my mom raised us. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay? If a girl, her logic was, if a girl slapped you in the face once out of anger,
W mom.
do not retaliate. Okay? It's not a retaliation moment. But if a woman hits you repeatedly because she knows you're not going to hit her back, then that's when you're allowed to retaliate. You're allowed to give her one back, because that's a, she used to say, that's a fucking skank. That's a bitch. Which the logic is there. The logic is true. Okay? You don't hit women. But if the woman is going to use that as an excuse to keep hitting you, then yes, you need to hit her once so that she understands that your kindness is not weakness. And that's where a lot of people go wrong with me, right? I understand I'm a nice person, but my kindness is not weakness. My kindness is me being nice to people. Because I know that if my kindness isn't there, you're not going to like me. But it's also a vice versa thing. Like, if somebody else's kindness isn't there, I'm not going to like them. You know what I mean? So she took advantage of that and got in my brother's head. And I guess they got in an argument over drugs, and my brother started strangling her. And then she called the cops and got my brother arrested for it. And they impounded his truck. And they took everything from him. He didn't have anything left. And then when he got out of jail, he told my mom he was going to straighten his life out and he wasn't going back to that bitch. And he got a new girlfriend and he was with her for a month, and then sure enough, he was lying to everybody. All he learned was to try and hide the addiction from the public. So he was going behind his girlfriend's back and smoking meth still. And he got a thing of meth that was laced with fentanyl. And some cop was driving down the road and seen him laying on the ground in some field, and ran up and tried to give him the, I don't know what it's called, the OD fixer stuff, and he just wouldn't come through. I guess he had already been gone for a couple minutes, so who knows how long he was laying there. I do think to myself what he was thinking in that last moment, though. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, well, it was so quick; he would have died instantly." Like when you OD on fentanyl, it makes your heart stop, and you just die. But that's just their way of trying to be nice about the situation, because they're talking about my brother dying. Like, I know the scientific way of people dying. If your heart stops, your brain still goes for about 15, 20 seconds after your heart stops. Your heart doesn't control your brain. Your heart fuels your brain, but it doesn't control your brain. So I sit here and I wonder,
Loudly crying face, damn, not big bro. Why? Why would he do that? Man, that's a heavy question. What did he think then?
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. I picture he probably fucking hit it, went to go exhale, and his fucking chest probably hurt really bad because the cop said the position he was laying in was like he like leaned over forward and then fell sideways on the ground. He was just stuck in like a fetal position when he found him. Um, but I don't know. Was he thinking, fuck, what did I do? Did he think like, how do I get out of this? Did he think I want to go back? I don't want to smoke that now. I don't know, man. I don't know what he thought. But I know he thought something because I know when your heart stops, your brain still goes for a bit.
I'm sorry, bro, that is too heavy to even imagine. You knew him best. What do you think the kid you grew up with would say at the end of that?
That I don't know. That's the problem. I really don't know. If you think if I knew him, then I would have known that he was still doing it when he got out. But at the same time, in the end, we weren't really friends. You know, he put my mom through a lot. He was also mildly racist. So like before before he lost his apartment and everything, him and I had a big argument, and I told him that if he continued to use the choice of words that he was using, that I was going to burn his house down with him in it. And I remember him saying to me, "But I'm your brother. You would do that to your brother?" And I said, "Well, if you're going to keep fucking speaking like that, you're not my brother. You're just another regular guy, man. And honestly, if you're going to keep treating people the way you're treating them, then you're definitely not my brother. And I won't lose a fucking minute of sleep over burning your house down with you in it."
You told him what, rolling on the floor laughing?
Yeah, I told him I was going to board up his door and burn his house down with him in it. And his girlfriend was going to call the cops when I said it, but he convinced her not to. She was more upset because she was living with him, so she thought I would burn the house down with her in it, but I don't know, if she was there, she would have been there, but so we already weren't really on good terms before he started the whole drug thing. And then what he was putting my mom through and everything before the whole thing where he got arrested.
You guys are so tough and brutal, man. Absolutely lethal, Christ.
Absolutely lethal. I was coming home from work. I hadn't seen him in a couple weeks, I was coming home from work, driving down the road. I stopped at Tim Hortons to get a coffee, and I seen him in the parking lot, and I like nodded at him. He nodded at me, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna grab my coffee and go sit down in the back with him and shoot the shit with him. Ask him why he's doing what he's doing to my mom, putting her through that fucking headache of him losing his apartment and everything, being a drug addict. So he was in my car and I just asked him, I'm like, man, like I just don't get it. I don't get why you're doing what you're doing. And he gave me attitude and he's like, the fuck do you mean? What am I doing? What am I doing? I said, well, like you're a crackhead, man. Like why? Like I don't get why you want to be a crackhead. He's like, really? I'm a fucking crackhead? Well, you're a fucking goof. And he jumps out of my car and slammed my fucking car door. I was so fucking mad, Perry King. Whatever. I tried to shrug it off. I fucking came home. My mom was sitting on the porch when I rolled up, and I told her everything that happened, and just relaying it to her on what he fucking said to me drove me nuts, man. I drove back down to fucking Tim Hortons. I went over the curb and everything in the back parking lot, trying to back into the parking spot because I was so fucking mad. And like, I sat in my car and I had a smoke and I just kept staring at him. He was talking to someone, he kept looking over at me, and then once he was done talking to that old guy, I fucking got out of the car and I took off my sweater and I started walking towards him. And I had my lighter in my hand for a fist pack. And I said, so you gonna take that, call me a fucking goof, or you gonna get knocked the fuck out right fucking here? And he was like, if you touch me, I'll fucking destroy you. And I was like, yeah, okay, then fucking destroy me. Let's do it right here. Come on, destroy me. You tell me my whole life you're gonna fucking destroy me. Destroy me. Come on, let's do it. And he just kept backing away from me. And then he switched his words. He's like, if you touch me, I'll call the cops on you. And I was like, yeah. See, there he is. There's the pussy-ass little fucking bitch I know. You didn't call the cops on me because I fucking beat the shit out of you the way you treat my mom. And then some other lady stepped in, and she wouldn't let me fucking get towards him. I was ready to fucking kill him in that parking lot. And then, that was it. I don't know. I just fucking, I was pissed. I left. And about a week later, he fucking, I don't know. Clearly he didn't. He really clearly didn't. Because he just kept doing it after he got out of jail. He lied to my mom's face saying that he wasn't going to do it anymore, that he was getting clean. And then he just kept doing it behind everybody's back so that people would still feel bad for him and support him financially. I don't know, man. I think I'm still battling myself, man. I think if I would have beat the shit out of him that day, that things would have been different, you know? Like maybe it would have opened his eye.
There is like a lot of something built up, not just in him, but a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I really think that things would be different if I would have just did it. I should have just did it and let him call the cops on me. He'd probably still be around for a little bit longer. But even after the lady stepped in, because the lady knew him, after the lady stepped in, she's like, who are you anyways? And I was like, I'm his fucking brother. And I'm only here because he's fucking treating my mother like a piece of shit. He thinks he can fucking get away with whatever he's fucking doing, but I'm not standing for it anymore. And right away, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I can't help you. That's your family. You can't treat your family like that. But it was just, I knew he knew.
She was right, but so was you.
Yeah, kind of, I don't know. It's just, she was talking to him about that's your family. You can't treat your family like that. She wasn't talking to me. She said to him, I can't help you with that. That's your family. At first, to her, it just looked like I was like some random guy that wanted his money back or something. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't know who I was. And once she found out I was his brother is when she backed down and said, I can't help you. But I think he realized that I was done fucking around, because when he said the words, I'll call the cops on you if you hit me. You touch me, I'll call the cops. That's when I knew he realized that he had fucking crossed the line. The reason I told him that I was gonna burn his house down with him inside of it was because he was friends with the neighbor. The neighbor's black. Him and the neighbor had this weird little jokes to each other where they were calling each other the N-word. And he just thought that he could fucking use that word wherever he wanted. And the neighbor was trying to reseed the grass, so he ripped up all the grass and it was just dirt. And I come home from work and I look over and the N-word is written in the fucking dirt on his front lawn, and I lost it. And there's my brother with a smirk on his face thinking it was a joke. But to me, that's not a joke, man. There was too much. And I told him if I heard him ever say that word again, that I was gonna burn his fucking house down with him in it. And I think that was when the bond ended, I guess. I don't know. But I definitely wasn't gonna stand around and let him be like that.
Hey, no. Thanks, man. It means more than you can imagine. Rest, big dog, loudly crying face.
Bless Big Dog. I even told my dad was the same way. And I told my dad that I was going to beat the shit out of him at work if he said it again. And I haven't heard him say it again since.
Mad respect, thank you, man.
I got you, man. I can't stand it. So I was the little native kid that was being called the brown boy by all the kids at school. I just know it's the same thing. It's not fair. I didn't choose to be brown, so I don't get why I'm being called out for being brown, you know what I mean? I might not look brown now because I've fucking spent the last year and a half hiding in my house. But when I'm out in the sun, I get tanned really fast, and you can tell that I got the native skin. And I've been made fun of for it. You know, white, they just, people that aren't colored at all, they think that that it doesn't bother people, that it's just a word, but it's more, they don't have any words that, what am I going to call them, a cracker? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really don't stand for that shit. You want to call somebody an asshole, you call them an asshole. You don't fucking make somebody feel degraded because of their color of their skin.
Exactly, we are all human. A color is a color. A feature unique to each race makes them a human with different colors rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, well, I
Simple.
mean, it's not even, it's not only even that. It's skin color is based off of geographical location. It's not based off of a different fucking blood. You know what I mean? It's the same blood. If I if I blow a white guy's brains out, it's gonna come out the same color as a colored person's. You know what I mean? Like it's there's no difference except for the geographical location as to which their ancestors were fucking surviving in. And there's scientific proof behind that.
Exactly.
It's it's like brown bears and polar bears. Do you know that at one point there was never any polar bears? Like there was never a white bear before? What it was the brown bears migrated too far north and then they were in an all snow area. And in order for them to survive, they had to adapt. Hang on a second. Okay, never mind. Somebody just walked by the front of my mom's house. Anyways, um, yeah, it's just the brown bears were the bears, man. And the some brown bears migrated too far north, and then they were like up in the North Pole area or too far south, whatever. And
Y'all know what?
in order to
Since
survive, they
my
had to
brain
fucking
blown out would look just like mine rolling on the floor laughing loud.
exactly. I know that's and fucking I know, right? That's my main point is that they don't understand it. But the brown bears they migrated too far north. They needed to survive, so their bodies adapted to the white snow everywhere because they needed the camouflage into the like in order to catch any prey. I mean, it's kind of hard to not spot a big ass brown bear fucking walking in all white area, you know? And then the constant sun exposure bleached out their hair, and then that just passed down through generations, like balding and blue eyes in humans, you know? Like it's a thing that's passed down through generations. There used to be a time where humans all had brown eyes. Blue eyes is a mutation. And some scientists say that the blue eyes is a mutation of Darwin's law, adapt to survive. Blue eyes came from people that were in areas with a lot of sun exposure, or not a lot of sun exposure. Either it was one or the other. But the blue eyes has like the sun has less effect on people with blue eyes or more effect. Something scientific along those lines. It's the second person to walk by my mom's house. It's getting active out there, Perry King. The crackheads are coming out. No, but that's why I think I told you in Wireless the one day that I was always playing the game with my buddy Bird Gang. My buddy Bird Gang is from Chicago. I think he was born in Chicago too, and he himself is black. Whenever we would be playing Call of Duty, every now and then you would get a piece of shit in the game that would call him the N-word.
From when they would marry someone in the family to keep the bloodline pure.
What, like the blue eye thing? So, anyways, people, there was always that fucking asshole that would come out with fucking racist comments, the N word, and saying other stupid shit. And I was always the one fucking freaking out and getting mad, and Bird Gang would always be laughing. And I remember the one time I asked him, I said, I don't get it. Like, why? How do you not get mad? And he just said, well, I just know, man. I know that if they were in front of me in my face, they wouldn't say that shit. He goes, I know they would never say that shit to my face. So I just laugh at them because when they say that shit, it shows me how much of a pussy they actually are. And then he said, he's like, I've been dealing with stupid shit like that my whole life. But my problem is, even though, like, if we just start punching them in the face, then eventually they're gonna stop saying it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
realize it's a mutation from sun and inbreeding for a long time. Facts definitely shows the character rolling on the floor laughing.
definitely shows the character. Okay, blue eyes is a mutation from sun and inbreeding for a long time. Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, if we're going off by the terms of like Adam and Eve, isn't technically everybody incest? You know what I mean? And same with like, I mean, we all had to have come from somewhere. So isn't it like if you go far enough down the line, like aren't we all related to each other? It had to have started somewhere because like that's the scientific thing of cells. Cells they multiply. So I mean, you who knows? We could have even started like in one single bloodline, and it's just been fucking multiplying this whole time, all the way to you have different races, but they're not different races. They're the same people.
Now why did you fuck my mind up like that? So you're saying my girlfriend is rolling my sister and I'm banging her rolling on the floor laughing
Uh,
loudly crying face.
Ain't no family love like Alabama family love.
Rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
uh, no, but well, not so much sister, but you know what I mean. Like, say,
I'm cry rolling on the floor laughing.
I'm crying. Honestly, though, like you guys could be. I mean, we all could be. We could be fucking 1 millionth cousins. You know what I mean? Like because it had to have started somewhere. Is my point. It doesn't just. You don't like. We didn't just plop out like 100 different people all at once. You know, it had to have started somewhere. It had to have come from somewhere. And if we go off by scientific terms, I mean, we humans didn't come into existence of like caveman or Neanderthals right away. We started off as single organism cells that slowly mutated and kept going.
My brother, I just couldn't prove it yet. Handshake.
Yeah. You step, brother.
Rolling
But
on
yeah,
the floor laughing loudly crying face.
we all started as single cell organisms, like hundreds of thousands or whatever, millions. I don't know exactly how long the scientific fucking fact is, but
It's a lot of steps to the truth.
it is a lot of steps. It is. but like we all started from one, and then we turned into two, then we turned into four, then we turned into 8 and 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. It just kept fucking going. You know what I mean? Like until they formed a body, a human, a Neanderthal, caveman, whatever. You think cavemen understood brothers and sisters back then? No. Not only that, do you know anything of the history of Genghis Khan? Do you know how many children Genghis Khan has? Do you know how many people don't realize
Why
that
are
they're
you doing this to
fucking
my mind?
stop, it
Stop it, his
burns.
lovely crying face.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, you know how many people don't realize that they're descendants of Genghis Khan and then they get together and they have kids? You see where I'm going with this? Like, Genghis Khan is only a recorded incident, right? It's only something that was recorded in history. Think about how much history is not recorded. Like, that's only what we know of. Who's to say that there wasn't like a Genghis Khan type figure back in fucking the caveman times? You know? I'm pretty sure like millions and millions of people today are alive because of Genghis Khan and his bloodline.
We are all sick. Banging our relatives. Sick in the head.
That was like there was like a video on TikTok, and it was like a girl dancing, and then you can see the bulge. She was a lady boy. Somebody commented on it and said, "Hey man, cake is cake." So I replied to the guy's comment and I said,
Why have
"Yeah,
you done this to me? The parasites don't like this.
the parasites don't like it." So
Loudly
I said to
crying
the
face.
guy, I was like, I don't know, man. Everybody's always laughing when other people get caked in the face until it happens to them. And like a bunch of people liked my comment because it's fucking true. You can't say cake is cake because if you're going in there thinking that's a woman and then she pulls out one bigger than yours, like there's a problem. One of us ain't making it out of the fucking room. I'm telling you that right now.
Laughing loudly crying face.
Yeah, like my buddies will be like, "Yo, how did it go last night? I seen a girl go in your room." I'll be like, "What girl? What girl? I didn't see anybody come in my room."
Oh femboys where? I mean you gross.
Yeah, don't, Pig King, don't, man, don't do it. Don't tell me you're okay with it. I mean, I get people want to be what they want to be, but if you're not gonna be honest with me, I can't do it because I'm not fucking. I don't like men. Okay, you can have the biggest titties, the nicest ass in the whole world, but if you got fucking something hanging between those thighs, man, then we got a problem. Simple as that. You think I'm fucking angry now with the guy that went up on the porch? Oh boy. I'm trying to find the reliquary vault. I don't know where it is. I feel like I should have seen it by now.
No, my lawn only goes one way. I just don't wanna know or care who other people sleep with rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I know. Well, exactly. Like I don't. The other people want to go sleep with that femboy. You go right ahead and do that. Do not try and fucking drag me into your shit. Oh man. Ooh, I'm getting bored. I'm getting tired of this build not fucking staying strong. I'm getting tired that I have to go and find more gear already.
Yes.
A step closer to legend.
Rolling on the floor laughing, is there a all-around type building that would make it through everything in the game?
Well, every build can be like that. It's just more of you gotta put in the time and the work to get your character up to there. Like, it's not that I can't do it, it's just that I have to put in the time in order to get there.
This is the biggest skill trees with a S skill trees I've ever seen in any game. It's massive.
I know this skill tree is pretty huge, but it's not as complicated as you think. So my sorceress character, the character I chose here, it starts up here, right? So if I were to choose, what does this say? Attack and cast speed, critical damage, chance to shot. If I were to choose to start over here, like if I chose a different character, I would start over here. If I chose like a bow and arrow character, I would start over here. If I chose a warrior character, I would start at the bottom or on the left side. If I chose a mercenary, I would start at the bottom. If I chose the druid character, I would start on this top left. So like as I work my way through here, you can see, where is it? See right here, shape-shifting stun buildup. So like all these nodes right here have to do with using shape-shifting skills, which shape-shifting comes from the druid. So like while it looks complicated, okay, like majority of the nodes that are up in this top like section are for uh people that are using spells and people that are using mana or using minions. Like these are all minion nodes right here. So like I know I'm gonna stay in this general area using the mage character. So like I don't know, like it looks huge, but like it's just you're kind of in you kind of stay in one area. And then you don't only have this skill tree, right? Like you have this is for your character's skills, like buffing your character. And then you have this atlas tree.
I
Then
see
you
what you
have
mean
this
now.
one.
I wonder if the super ultimate crit build of the gods in this game.
Well, there is like critical builds. Yeah, there's builds that are based off of just critical hits because there's different. There's like a weapon and there's a skill gem in this game that it says it bifurcates critical hits. So like it'll roll the critical hit twice. And there's a chance that it can roll the critical hit on both rolls and it'll give you double the critical hit damage. But like yeah, so you have the regular player skill tree and then you got this skill tree, which is like this is all for maps up here. And then these little ones down here are part of all the extra in-game mechanics. So like this tree right here is for the Izmiri Temple, and then this tree right here is for the expeditions. This is for the Abyss. This is for the Breach. This is for the Mirrors of Delirium, and this is for the rituals.
Is the big one always active on everyone?
Um, like the player buff one, the first one I showed you. Man, where's the one that gives you 4 altars?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That big player buff skill tree is active the whole time, unless you get into doing the weapon set passives, which I can kind of roughly go over with you. It says 4 out of 34.
When I get this game, no offense. My build is gonna wreck yours.
Ah, you're funny. You're funny, Peking. Ha, 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 ha.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
This guy's funny.
You know what they say. When the student becomes the master. It's a great saying, isn't rolling on the floor laughing, happy crying face.
I got, let's see, I got 3,144 hours in this game, Peking.
You see the difference from your time played and me. Is you didn't have Nom Tab teaching you while you also have your own knowledge.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be awesome. I can see it already.
You and your fancy smancy playtime.
Fancy smancy playtime. Wasn't there an arcane surge down here? Oh no, it's like over here, isn't it? Yeah. How far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 3. Okay. So when I was saying, you were asking if they're always activated, and I was saying about the weapon set passive skills. So at the top right of my screen, it says 1 weapon set, 2 weapon set. And then beside those, it says 20. So I have 20, right? Well, I think there's a 26 that you can get in the campaign, but I didn't bother. I mean, well, I probably could go get those, actually, to be honest. Let me Google how many I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to have 24, so I can go get 4 more weapon set passive skills, which will give me 4 more skill points, which I think I should do
You
that.
ever seen a villain training for 100 years undefeated, just to be defeated by a bunch of kids using the power of friendship? Like the
What
Pokemon
is
on the
this
floor
fucking
laughing.
oh man, what was that called? What is this? Powerpuff Girls? So, you have the weapon set passive. I can take away 20 of these skill nodes,
Rolling on the floor laughing.
rolling on the floor lap. I can take away 20, 20 of these skill nodes, probably ones like this arcane surge thing, the mana regen, the attack and cast speed with lightning skills right here. I could take those out. I could take off this cast speed and mana regen, these cast speed. I could just take off 20 of ones that have to deal with my spark, okay? And then I can re-add all 20 of those as weapon set 1, okay? So I could go into my skills and hover over my spark, for example. Now, if I push square, it brings open my skill board. If I hover over spark, it shows like at the bottom there, hold square for skill options. So if I hold square, it shows me this. Used with weapon set 1 and 2. So if I deactivate this bottom one, then that means whenever my character switches over to the weapon set 2, which is these empty squares here on the side of my shield and my wand, all those nodes that I just activated with the weapon set 1, they won't work until I swap back to weapon set 1. So then I can go and set up the other 20 skills in different spots, like on the critical damage. I could like make my weapon set passive 2 be all critical stuff. Okay? Which is what I'm going to be doing once I get to like level 90. I'm just focusing on the spark right now to be able to level up and get up there. Okay? So once I get to around level 90, I'm going to switch to what I was doing with my build last season, where my spark is just going to be to build up shock magnitude, and then I'm going to use lightning conduit to take out anything that has extra health, like bosses and stuff. So when you asked if it's all activated all the time, it just, if you start doing the weapon set passives, then it's like it varies on what's activated and what's not. And I don't have to get extra weapons to make the other slot work. I can make it so that the wand I'm holding works in both weapon set 1 and weapon set 2. But I'll probably end up trying to get like a staff or something to go on the lightning conduit one. It's kind of 50-50 on if you choose a staff or if you choose to do a wand. I think right now we should go figure out where those 4 points are, which I think 2 of them are in this cave here, the Howling Cave. But there's no...
What's the difference between staff and wand in here?
Um, with a wand, I can equip uh, the shield that's in my hand. And with a staff, you can't equip anything else.
We've arrived.
All right, all right.
Like the staff is two-handed and the wand is one-handed.
Anyone who comes too close to this place.
With the wand, you can only get a maximum of +5 levels to a skill. Like either 5 levels to lightning skills, 5 levels to fire, 5 levels to cold, 5 levels to chaos. With a staff, you can get up to 6 levels or 7 levels. So, while you lose out on not being able to equip a shield on the side, it also like counters and it lets you have higher stats on your weapon.
My Voltaxic canaries. How is it that you're running scared of this blind beastie? It can't even bloody see. They're whispering in the dark. Every moment now, licking at our fear, tasting our sweat. We need more sulfite. Here we all are, lying about, sick as dogs, evil closing in around us. Get that sulfite, no matter what it takes. This green block won't stand in our way, not with all we've got down here.
Again. What war are they Poe2 regress us for?
The light on my mom's porch just turned on, but I don't know why. I don't see anything.
Sounds sus, bro.
Yeah, a little. It's the light that's at like the end of the porch, so like something would have to go in front of it to get it to turn on. But I don't know if it's like a skunk or something just ran across the lawn. I don't see nothing though.
This build reminds me of the first time I used an electric fly swatter.
Ah!
I'm talking about corpses in my wake rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
That's funny. I think it's cool when they freeze and shatter, though.
I destroyed generations.
Destroyed generations. Where is this fucking thing? I destroyed
A
generations.
message carved in flesh.
If you think that's bad, I'm actually a conqueror of some parts of the world.
You're actually a conqueror in some parts of the world.
Yes, where to?
Stories are still told of my name.
Uh-huh. What's the name? Christopher Columbus? Oh yeah, here we go. Great white one, torn map, please.
Lower
I
the
thought the
engine.
great white one was shark.
Let's go then.
I didn't kill the shark with this guy?
We've arrived. How strange. They seem to have left a fine.
I was almost positive that day I did too. Maybe it was with the huntress?
The ants were drowned in my name. I like it when something the giant with the big hose.
Haha! Having it out with the ants, King.
Shell cracks like any bone. I will break you, crab.
That fucking light turning on has me like looking at the camera every 2 seconds now, fucking making sure I'm not missing nothing. I doubt that I would have missed something. I feel like the bag would be missing off of the cooler right now.
The map is complete.
When he showed up, everything came to an end. You'll float too. Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly crying face.
You'll float too. They looking at you like the villagers look at me when I come walking in the room.
Then fled. And all too
Don't make the wrong move. Don't even look at that guy.
Another abandoned site.
Exactly. Hum. Let me just eat my bread and be blessed.
Huh? Man, half of those villages like purposely stand in your way though.
What does that fin belong to? Well, that complicated things. This island grows. Someone may want this. It may end.
Jared, we don't talk about what happened to Jared. We just call that time the flying creator just came rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
Who the fuck's Jared? Oh, okay. Are they making me give the map pieces to this guy? Is
The
that
man is
what's
such a
going
must
on
not
now?
for
We must
Carwin.
put
Yes. Show
No.
your strength.
Just still got all the map
Exactly,
pieces.
but not who he was, but what happened to him. Hum hum.
Hum hum.
Oh, you made us all proud.
Yes.
I will remember.
Well, of course.
Unforgettable.
Oh, you.
I
Well, of course.
Unforgettable.
Amakura.
I'm confused.
What?
Talamora. Where to? Yes?
The Danig. Uh, he's the guy in the store. No? His name's Rod. What the fuck is Danig? Hey.
That makes
Act like you don't get and just make sure he sees you by standing in his way. See me boss eyes a good villager. Hum hum.
Oh man, there's like 10 or 15 different Jareds then, Gang.
not so fast.
We made it. This map was worth the ink.
Let's go then. We made it. So all this just explode. Feel yes, you'll see. Survive. Oh, not that far.
Why is it being so weird about it?
Yes, there is a day remembered in your name. The day the sky broke is what the villagers call it back in my day.
What, when they watch all their friends get stuck in that tunnel?
Hold up. Now then. You've got them. Be brave.
I'm pretty sure they said the last thing they heard was, if this don't work, Perry can, and the story was cut off from there. No one knows WH.
I mean, I had a good point though, okay? Because you know how much work it is putting in work into those farms and fucking survival. Still butthurt about the fucking whatchamacallit. The lava on the furnace.
If only all history was so easily uncovered.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah. I get it, Perry King. I get it.
My knights and I have traveled great distances in pursuit of artifacts. Even here, there are colonies of Kalguran settlers. This far from the flamed starlight barrier, there are no survivors. I found a promising note in Sigurd's pockets. They'd overheard the island men discussing an ancient artifact. I had my knights.
This tome, volume within the Middengard.
That would
I'll study this text.
Oh, help ya! Watch your step.
need more time. Thank you.
They heard him say those words and they started sweating from what I heard from a nearby golem. He gave great detail describing them as being in a state of uncontrollable fear.
Because they didn't know what was coming next.
Save me from this seductive fiend, will you?
Have you come to enjoy, my beloved? You join them. You will not find me such easy prey.
Come over here. Talamoana tail
Not
woman.
quite.
There is now. If you let us from there, I will show them your strength.
Melted the thing rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
And our merry crew.
It's because it's like in the campaign. I'm like way past the campaign now. That was bullying.
Talamoana. Where to? Bartiki has already gone inside the ark. You best catch up
I think this is that stupid area where I gotta like run through a lot.
So this is where the Karui come to test their mettle.
Ah, there you are. We call this place the...
Pure heart, a questioning mind. Leaving the desert was her own choice. But in her doing, she may never forgive or forget.
Why am I on the ground? Your time is done.
It finished its speech and died. It was like a period finishing their sentence rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
I know that they all got really quiet when I would walk in the room too. What do you mean? It finished the speech. Okay, I see what you mean. But the fucking the fist bitch.
Now we test your mettle. Rise, warriors of Nama.
I don't even think it finished the speech. I think there was like a couple more lines it was gonna say right before I froze it.
Upon your strength.
Emarketh earns her blessings.
Nama is the mother of fire. She
I had a little
lends
bit of a
into
stoner moment there. I got caught in the
it
conversation
will
from before.
return him to Hinikora.
I haven't smoked a joint all day, and I just smoked a joint, and I'm fucking big.
Until we are all returned to the volcano. When the world is forged anew, a new line of Karui will emerge to conquer a savage world. Until then, we linger here in the halls of the dead. guardians of the forest, come, warriors of Poe2.
It said something like, "Insolence, you shall not," and she died.
Smiles upon your bravery.
She knows the
Insolence!
truth when she sees it.
You're not allowed to swim in my pond.
Backseeker! My curiosity is rewarded.
Show us you glow like the sea! Assemble warriors of Poe2! Poe2 smile.
Normal you think can just walk, and she breathed her last breath rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
And our omens of the day.
Judged, weighed, and found worthy.
You need mortals.
The Karui honor me. May
Alright, I gotta grab a monster or something. Gotta do something, Pelican. Oh, I think I was gonna put a pizza in the oven.
You she know what she said when she died. 9999.
Give me 1 sec there, Vic. I'm just putting some food on. I haven't eaten yet today. 99999.
Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
Did you look up a trailer for that movie yet? I'll spell it for you. I think it's Inglorious. I thought it was Inglorious. I mean, I guess it is Inglorious. It's
Inglorious Bastards.
it's in it was in 2009. That movie came out 2009. There's it says there's one from 1978, but I've never seen that one. I need you to bring me back 100 Nazi scouts. Here, actually, I'm gonna find a TikTok of the one scene and I'll send it to you. I just sent you a TikTok, King, of one of the scenes from the movie.
I just watched trailer and your 9999 was accurate, rolling on the floor, laughing.
Nine, 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 nine. Just wait till you see the clip I send you. Fucking awesome movie, man. But he comes at the end. It kind of cuts off the video because it gets a little graphic. But he comes out the tunnel and he sticks the baseball bat on the side of the guy's head, and then he like kind of takes a stance and puts both hands on the bat, and then just starts fucking bashing him with it. It's nuts.
That was badass.
The movie is just really graphic, so that's why it stopped after that part. Um, Here, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I found the clip of it on YouTube. I'm gonna see if TikTok will let me send you the clip. Just fast forward it to wherever that TikTok ended with Buddy coming out with the baseball bat in his hand. Just fast forward it to that part. That way you're not sitting there watching that whole thing all over.
Not bad. I meant it was hardcore.
Not bad. I meant it was hardcore.
Not bad as I meant it was hardcore, rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
It is hard. It's a very hardcore movie.
I felt every blow. It was devastating and brutal, more and more each swing flushed face.
Huh? There's the one part he catches a German guy, and he kills like his whole squadron. They kill the whole squad that's with the German guy, and then he's like thinking that he's gonna kill him, and then he's like, "No, I need to send you back. You're gonna deliver a message for me." And he fucking uh, takes his knife. He makes sure that everybody will know that he was a Nazi for the rest of his life, and he takes a knife and he cuts the swastika in the guy's forehead, and then sends him back. And that's actually when the guy goes back, it's actually the scene of Hitler freaking out.
It's all clicking now. 9999.
Yeah, 99999. That movie is really crazy. There's I don't know if she's Jewish or French. No, I think she's a Jewish girl, and they're like it's at the beginning of the movie. She's hiding in this guy's. It's like people were trying to take refuge with the Jewish people and hiding them in the floorboards and stuff. They're hiding underneath the floor, and the one guy shows up and finds them. Has the soldiers start shooting underneath, and they kill the girl's friends or family that are under there, and she gets out and runs away. And then it's like fast forward. It's like a year or something later, and she's pretending to be a French lady living in a German town running a freaking movie theater. And she ends up working together with the Brad Pitt group to blow the cheap Germans up when they're all sitting watching a movie. The fuck? It's like just a random German Shepherd running down the road on the camera. Somebody's dog got out. As much as I want to eat this, it's not done. What's the matter, Perry King? You getting tired? You falling asleep? Is that what's happening here? Are you abandoning?
You're imagining things. I just had my third cup of coffee and started another episode of an anime rolling on the floor laughing.
Third cup of coffee? I remember when I had my first beer.
I hated when I first drank it, but I thought it was a taste thing, but it's actually a texture and such kind of thing.
What do you mean? Beer?
With beer, yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I hate beer. I don't understand how people drink it. I think they just say it tastes good so that because they think it makes them look tough or something. Beer tastes like shit. I don't care. They can drink their beer and I'll drink that fucking sweet tart lollipop fucking fairy drink. I don't care. I ain't drinking no beer though.
Taste is just a bonus, it's a texture such kind of thing, a cold one and the buzz, I suppose.
I guess. I'm not even into drinking at all. Like I've drank, I don't like the taste of any of it. I'd say the more sugary and sweet it is, the better. It's weird how drinking has become such a social norm. Something like weed has been illegal for years and years, and it's still legal over in the States and some states, um, and other parts of the world. And it just blows my mind how freely alcohol is not illegal around the world. And it's crazy how open people are about alcoholism too. You know, like it's a funny joke that like a kid points to a can of beer and says that it resembles dad, and people laugh about it.
I can agree with you there. I drink on occasion. If I could pick, it would be spiced rum. It tastes of honey, the one from the Dominican Republic.
Okay. I don't know what one that would be. I'm talking like Captain Morgan's, or uh, that fucking coconut shit. I forget what it's called. Malibu, Malibu rum, I think it's called. White bottle, or I think there's one called Kraken. It's like an octopus.
Captain Morgan is spiced rum, but it makes those things look bad.
I guess. And they all kind of taste bad to me. It tastes like rubbing alcohol smells. Nasty. But like, so question, when you drink, do you drink for yourself or do you drink because other people are going to be drinking?
It tastes like vanilla and honey, the one I'm talking about. Both I drink to loosen up around other people, and when it's from me I drink to feel.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just never understood it. Like even now, like it's been years since I've drank and anything, and I don't feel like drinking at all. It feels like a lagging computer when you drink. The more you drink, the more downhill the computer goes. First, it's like laggy internet. Small shit, like the movement of your hands and your arms and shit. You can tell it feels a little bit off and different. And then you get to the next stage of 1 year drivers is at a date. And that's like the stumbling and the sway back and forth feeling. You know, you can't stand still on one spot like I don't know how to explain it. Like you're on one of those exercise balls where it's like half a ball and like a platform. And then your graphic cards start going. If you start looking left and right too fast, everything's kind of like blurry on the way in between destination A and B.
But I drink to feel I like buzz. I get messed up only when a old buddy wants to have a pissing contest.
Yeah, but it's not worth it. Just let them piss, man. So you know what you do? You tell him that you have 2 bottles of vodka. You give him the bottle of vodka, and you drink a bottle of water, and it'll be settled forever. He'll never want to outdrink you again.
No, we gonna see who tips first. A man's balls is all we really got, and we comparing rolling on the floor laughing crying face.
You're funny, man. When I was in high school, we used to play a game called Bloody Knuckles. Where you would have to like put your fists down on the table, like your knuckles on the table, and your friend would sit across from you and flick quarters at your knuckles. You would only have 1 quarter, and you would go back and forth, just flicking the quarter at each other's knuckles until one of you gave up. That's how you see who's got bigger balls, baby.
We called the quarters down here. It got bloody some days rolling on the floor.
Yeah, well, that's why it was called Bloody Knuckles. Fucking stupid shit we used to do in high school, eh?
Our blood knuckles was just punching each other's fists until someone quit. Was never bloody.
Okay, you mean like the knockdown thing? Where you would use like where you knock on a door? You have your friend hold your knuckles out, and your friend's got to knock on your fucking knuckles as hard as you can.
Yes.
Yeah. People used to do that shit for.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, people used to do that shit for when they were doing like the little weird football things. Like they would have like a fucking bottle cap or something, and then you would have to like set up a goal post with your fingers. If the opponent got a score, then they got to give you a fucking knuckle buster thing like that.
We call it Bloody Knuckles.
You called that Bloody Knuckles? Okay. I don't remember what they was. I don't think they called it anything. It wasn't like a chess club of kids doing it.
They are both very common out here, a test between boys.
That's funny. I mean, it's better than going out and being a shit disturber. Why not just fuck each other up, right? Especially being as younger kids don't really understand the value of other people's property and time. And time put in the property. So when you have kids like sitting there doing stupid shit like that with each other, just let them do it, man. Better them doing it to each other than going out and fucking harassing other people that don't need harassment. You know what I mean?
As well as slapbox, body shots, stomachs, lock legs and friendly fates rolling on the floor laughing.
And shot for shot. I'm guessing shot for shot was like body shot. I was at my friend's house one time, and we were playing shot for shot, and I broke my forearm. I went to go punch him with everything I had, and my wrist fucking bent when I punched him, and I broke my forearm. I thought I sprained my wrist, so I put a tendon bandage. You know, like when you get a sprain, you put that bandage thing around. I left it for like 4 or 5 days, and then the swelling wouldn't go down, so my mom made me go to the hospital, and they fucking took the x-ray, and I broke my forearm, like halfway up my forearm. I ended up
Damn bro, you a soldier.
a soldier. I ended up getting a cast on it, and then it was like, I think it was like 3 weeks, 2 weeks before I was supposed to get the cast off. My dad had to move, and I was worried that I was going to slow him down with helping him move, so I cut the cast off with a steak knife, and then I helped him move the next day. The fucker took me forever, man. It took me like a half an hour to cut that thing off.
You and your brother was some tough as kids, bro. Christ.
No, just like every other kid, man. We weren't tough, we were stupid. It can't hurt if you don't know what it is. And I mean, my whole life, dude, everybody would always say, "Oh, can you move it?" And I'd say, "Yeah." They go, "Okay, it's not broken then." So when I broke my forearm, I'm like, I can move my wrist perfectly fine. Like, I'm flopping my wrist around, it's fine. It just fucking hurts. It's sore. So I'm like, there's no way I broke it. That's why I just left it. Threw the fucking bandage on it, had ice on it for a bit. I don't know. I thought that everybody kept telling me if it was broken, you wouldn't be able to move it. So I believed it.
Not like every other kid, I was playing kick the can and fake WWE rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
I know. There's me and my brother playing with fucking lighters and spray cans at the basement. That was in high school though when I broke my forearm. I think I was in grade 10. It's still, I mean, I don't know. It's got its pros and cons. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. I broke my forearm before I broke my hand. So when I punched that tree and I shattered my whole hand, I didn't break my forearm again. So at least I learned my lesson, right? To lock the wrist.
Exactly, y'all. We were seeing who the strongest man was. Y'all was seeing how much a man can take. Did y'all not fear death rolling on the floor laughing?
How do you fear something that you don't know anything about? I've broken my forearm, my hand, like my knuckles and my bones inside my hand, and then my pinky. Broke my pinky sideways tobogganing.
Bro, death made me aware I was near here at a very young age. I can thank Freddy Krueger for that. Petrified.
No, but not so much like you're saying, did you not fear death? And I'm saying, like, how were we supposed to know that the things we were doing could have caused death? Like, we knew what death was, but we were too stupid to understand that that could lead to that. Like shooting each other with a BB gun and fucking lighting the walls on fire with spray bottle and a lighter. My brother had me like headbutting walls and everything. When we were like younger, I always wanted to hang out with him and his friends. I would do anything. Dylan, headbutt the wall. It's funny. Okay.
Someone called me Uzi once. I agreed with them and asked Mom, can I help her? They trying to kill each other out there. Rolling and crying face.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of kids that were my age. I was always trying to hang out with older people. Even in high school, I was like 14, 15 years old hanging out with all the 50-year-olds down at Tim Hortons. All the 30, 40, and 50-year-old people fucking that all had that high school mentality and hanging out at coffee shops. Yeah, I was 14, 15 years old fucking smoking cigarettes, hanging outside coffee shop. Thinking I was cool as shit. Especially even before in elementary school. I was always trying to hang out with my brother and his friends. Nobody ever wanted to hang out with me. I was always that annoying fat kid. But little did they know it was just my ADHD.
And here I was a virgin security guard at a home house and learning how to sew for fun at Grandma's house.
I think the difference was pacing. We were both the same way. It's just I had people around me that wanted me to get in trouble, and you had people around you that wanted to keep you out of trouble.
Fact, people my age thought I was strange, so I was naturally attracted to people with high morals and maturity.
Yeah, see, so they all kept you in line.
They didn't think I was strange, I thought they thought I was strange, the people my age. It was like my puzzle piece was a different shape at far.
You're the right shape. You just got the wrong picture.
Y'all playing paintball with BB guns and then playing paintball telling the reference some is cheating rolling on the floor laughing.
That guy doesn't miss. He's got aimbot. Did you see me arguing with the people earlier when I said Buddy was a cheater? I'm like, no, man, he's cheating. He didn't even miss a shot. I'm like, way over here. And then he's like, he's typing in the game chat. He's like, oh, somebody's just ass. And I was like, yo, is it big? And he didn't say anything. I'm like, like, do you need lube for it to fit in? Because you're fucking riding that thing like a champ, dude. I just haven't played in so long, so yeah, I am kind of ass. Maybe if that guy would go play a different game.
Side note, the dog was hella cute.
That dog was hella cute.
He was trolling for sure, the guy defending the cheater.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There is a lot of cheaters in that game, though. And everyone's got the mentality of deny that you're cheating until you're caught and then go and say, oh, well, I had enough of trying to beat them, so I joined them. They always say the same thing.
I like Call of Duty I just to a break because I suck for one and secondly it brought out a different kinda anger from me I didn't know I age.
Yeah, I get really stressed out when I'm playing it. It's because I want to be able to do good in it, because I used to be good at it. I used to be
Don't
crazy
get
good.
started on the randoms man face booming.
I know, it's the randoms. Fucking hate the randoms.
Like you said, first 5 minutes of playing. Who are my teammates? The Three Stooges rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying. Bro, I was crying over here.
Dude, they fucking... Oh, I don't get it, man. We were right beside a buy station, and then we just ran all the way over to another buy station, and they buy a loadout, and then they run to halfway back to the other buy station. We were just at. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? And then I didn't say anything about when I was playing the new map, and I was by myself. I don't know. You were still there. I was by myself, and I run and grabbed that one contract and ran to that one house, and I bought my one teammate back. That contract, the way it works, is when you complete it, everybody on the team gets a discount at the buy station on one item. Okay. Or you can buy your teammate back for free. You literally can get a free teammate buyback if you get that contract. So that's why I grabbed that contract and ran up to that buy station, because I knew I was going to be able to buy my teammate back no matter what. So I bought the one guy. He comes down, flies in, lands, buys another guy.
Died before, but let's not forget they swore there was Rambo. You said, and they both died instantly, rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying.
Oh, the Three Stooges? Yeah, I know. They fucking both, yeah, both the Rambos died over there. I know. Anyways, so fucking in the second match there, and then I buy the one guy back. He flies in. He buys the other guy back. What is the third guy do? He lands and just starts looting, and then runs over to the buy station and starts spamming for money, dude. He was like pinging the money, trying to get us to buy the other teammate back, and I'm like, okay, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Okay, that motherfucker should have went and used the free buyback to get the other guy back.
Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, Pagan.
Seeing them act like that made me think. Hey, maybe I was as dog water as I thought I was.
No. Or you weren't, you wasn't. Maybe you wasn't as dog water, right? Yeah. Trust me, Perry King. If I had you in there, I know we'd be getting a win. I just know. I just know, dude. I just know. You would be like
Yes,
right
bro,
beside
whenever
me.
you're laughing.
You would be right beside me the whole time going, yes, sir, right away, sir. On my way, sir. I got you, sir. It'll be like the movie Bad Boys when the daughter's boyfriend goes and kills all the guys in the house. Permission to cook. Permission to cook my stuff, sir.
Bro, when I was playing with friends back in the day, they would leave me to do their own thing, and I was always dying trying to get back with.
That's pretty funny. Are you trying to say you were a loot goblin, Perry King? Were you like getting every single chest and every single loot? Or you mean Black Ops 4? You're like looking in all the buildings and everybody's just running off like Rambos. Like the Three Stooges.
Yes, leave me, don't leave me. I'm asking as a grown man, hold my freaking hand.
Don't leave me. Man, Black Ops 4. They they came out with a new character one time. It was the robot guy. I don't know what his name is, but he's a robot, okay? When they first dropped the character, it was during Halloween. It was during October, and they had like a Halloween event going on where they like darkened the map. It was like nighttime, and it was like foggy too. So like you could already barely see people, okay? And then they drop this robot character that comes with like a decently dark skin to begin with. All right, so it's nighttime. You now have a robot character that has like a dark skin. And to top it off, they fucked up the file for the update, and the character had no footsteps.
I hate her running into teams and think they was literally hugging each other and my team just everywhere. On every single COD game.
Yeah, that's the randoms for you, and that's like Call of Duty mentality. People always think they're Rambos. That's why I called those two guys Rambos, because they had that same mentality. They think they're gonna win every gunfight, and then look, they both got fucked up in that one house. And then here, there was all those people fighting on the train, and I called the airstrike and took them all out. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I got tired of playing with people, and then they would like get mad that their teammates weren't around when they died. Like, sure, there's times where I get upset that my teammates aren't there, but it's more of in situations where like they were literally right beside me, and then all of a sudden they're fucking in the next city over, shooting at some random people. So, but yeah, the Black Ops 4 update, they had that character come out nighttime, foggy everywhere, no footsteps for like a whole week. Everybody was running around on edge because you didn't know when someone was gonna come running up fucking behind you.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I'm exactly where you left me rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I know that I've had that happen a decent amount. Or I've actually, no word of a lie, I've had people where they're like right beside me, okay, and then they're like, yo, let's go get this guy," and I'm like, on my way to go get this guy. They're beside me, running with me, and then all of a sudden they're like fucking across the road in a different building, facing a different way. And here I get shot down by the guy that they wanted to go for. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh my goodness. Talking about it's making me want to go play it. But I hate playing without headphones. So I think I'm gonna wait till later when Jenny is awake and at work. So I know, and then I'm not having to watch the camera at my mom's house. That's why I'm kind of not playing the game right now. I've
And
been
it
like
was
kind
over
of
that
watching the
our
camera
team
wait.
21 kills a game, but we would lose every time at the end because other teams are team shooting and we getting.
Getting picked up. Yeah. Well, because in the end game, in the end circle, it's all about location. So I don't know if you've played much Warzone since,
I
but
said
there's
I average 2 to 6 kills on a good day.
2 to 6 kills on a good day. At the beginning of playing Blackout, I was like that. It actually took me like 2 weeks to get my first win in Blackout. And then after I got my first win, they just started fucking flowing, dude. But when so it's hard to explain. In the new Warzone, there's new contracts. So like there's the bounty contract. It'll mark someone on the map for you to go kill. There's the supply contract, which is that buy station discount thing I told you about. There's one that's called a recon, and you go collect the contract, and then there's like a little spot that you got to go sit at and capture.
When I stopped playing the Warzone.
Yeah, so like this is, I guess this is kind of the contracts would be a little bit newer to you. So there's a contract called the recon contract. You go and find the little thing, you capture the objective, and then it gives you an insight on where the next circle is going to be. So like once you complete the contract and you open up your map, it shows you where the next ring is going to close to. So that way it gives you a chance to get the upper hand and get location. And there's no limit on how many recon contracts you can complete. So like you can go in and do like 5 or 6 fucking recons in a row, and you can find out where the end circle is, and then go over in that area and just hold and defend and wait. It definitely makes getting, like you just said there, though, like most of the time at the end of the game, you would be getting picked off. And I guarantee you it's mostly because you're trying to get in the next circle. So with these contracts, you constantly know where the next circle is. So you can make your way over there before you get pinned by like 5 teams, you know? You can be the guy now in the circle waiting to destroy people.
Sometimes it was the circle, yeah. But mostly it was used trying to regroup getting pick off.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of
I
on your
call the main
teammates.
character complex man face beaming.
I call it fucking team leader problems. Everybody wants to be a team leader. Everybody wants to be Rambo, is what it is. And everybody thinks they're Rambo in that game. Because they watch some clip of some guy do a 360 no scope fucking double teabag in the air headshot kill, and then they think everybody can do it. Man, I wasn't really feeling the greatest. That's why I went and sat and ate pizza, and then now I still don't feel very good. I think it's because I'm so hyped up about waiting for this fucking guy to come try and steal something off the porch.
I just could never get there to have their backs. I couldn't keep up, so it's partly on me. Warzone movement and team deathmatch movement is different, like under fire. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, well, because you gotta play together more as a team in Warzone. I mean, in team deathmatch, it doesn't matter if your friend runs around the corner to the other way because, like, if they get gunned down, they're just gonna respawn. Which is what not a lot of people understand in Warzone is that, like, if your teammates go down, then you're kind of in a tough position, depending on what game mode it is too. Like if it's quads and one of your teammates dies, well now it's 4 versus 3. And then if 2 of your teammates die, well now you're kind of really screwed. It's 4 against 2. And then when you're the last one alive, 4 people against 1 is like very slim chances that you're gonna win. Like it's possible. People do it all the time. They take out a whole squad by themselves, but the situation is like it depends who it depends who you're going against. Like if it's a 1v4 against like a whole bunch of TikTok or YouTube streamers, it's over. Like you're gonna be pinned in the corner and they're gonna start calling you trash after they destroy you. But like you could run into like
Usually
a
quad
team of
the
4
sad part is we
fucking
was all mic up in a party and still couldn't win together.
that's common though. That's like a common thing that happens, Barry King, trust me. The one time I was in a waiting game in the waiting lobby, and I swear, like, the 3 randoms became best friends in 5 seconds, and then we all lost, like, when we landed and died, and, like, everybody just left one by one without saying goodbye to each other. You know, everybody had a mic. I'm pretty sure even the one guy was like, hey, has anybody got a mic? And then they started talking, and then they all died on land, and nobody became friends after.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah. Anybody got a mic? Why? You want to hear me fucking exit my game? What?
One of my buddies was all push and leave us, my other buddy was it's not safe, don't push and leave us, rolling on the floor laughing.
I've run into them all, Pelican. There's even the ones where they're like, yo, 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 don't push, don't push. Don't push, don't push. They look like they're good, don't push. Start shooting at them. Okay, well, you didn't want me to push, but you're gonna let them know where we are out in the fucking open in this big ass open field? Why are you shooting at them? Jesus. Don't push, don't push. Well, you know, if we would have pushed, We would have been up that by that fucking fence. We had a little bit of cover. But
And
no.
I was the guy getting clapped by 3 different teams because I think the coast is clear.
Yeah. You think the coast is clear and you go running out and there's your teammate letting out a whole fucking clip into the sky. When I was playing with my buddy Bird Gang, I used to bug the shit out of him. Every now and then, we would be playing duos, okay? And like, we're like just chilling there. Nobody's around. I doubt that anybody knows where we are. And then all of a sudden he shoots like a couple shots into the floor and then you just hear him go, "Oh shit, my bad, man." And I'm like, the fuck do you mean, my bad? How do you accidentally shoot into the floor a couple times? You just let everybody know where we were. My point was, this was like a common occurrence, okay? It wasn't something that happened like once or twice. Like this happened almost every single game that we played.
Bird sounds funny as hell rolling on the floor laughing.
Bird, yeah, he is. He's definitely hilarious. We've had a lot of our moments fucking gaming together. But he only plays Call of Duty because he's not really in. He doesn't have a lot of time to play video games, so he's not gonna sit there and like learn how to play a completely different game. You know, like he's just gonna stick to what he knows. It's easier for him because he only has so much time.
So he is a causal no same in it exact when you hop back on and everyone got mansions and fly cars rolling on the floor laughing and crying face.
Yeah, I guess. Like if he was playing like Minecraft or something, he wouldn't have time to be or the ability to catch up. Man, Perry King, I was kind of hoping this guy would try and come steal something. It's almost 5 o'clock. If he isn't gonna do it, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it like now.
Video games is my first love before weed.
Video games is your first love before weed? Yeah, I guess I would have to say mine was too, kind of. I mean, I started smoking weed when I was like 12 years old. So I didn't really have that much time before weed. to find love for anything. But I think I'm slowly starting to grow out of wanting to smoke weed.
Anything that is getting in the way isn't a burden, but it burdens me, if you get what I mean. Sometimes rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I know. Well, when you're going without, sure. But I don't know. It's just I fucking lately I haven't been like smoking as much during the day, and then comes the nighttime I smoke a joint and I get like tired and fucking headachy. Like I don't have a headache, but it feels like one coming kind of deal.
Video games, not bud.
Video games, not bud. I mean, I don't know. Video games doesn't really like let me down much. As mad as I get at it, I still keep going. I think it's because what rings through my head is fucking Rocky. He's yelling in the ring that he didn't hear no bell.
Him saying anything getting in the way of video games is not a burden, but it burdens me, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I know. More like the struggle in some of the games you play. It burdens you with the responsibility of being the Elden Lord. Having to defile the insolent corpses with the holy flame. With great power comes
It's my
great
passion, yo, I'm
pains.
super passionate about it.
The video games, yeah. I don't know. I'm passionate about video games, but in the terms of playing it, not understanding it. So like when it comes to the lore of stuff like Elden Ring, for example, I have no clue what three-quarters of the shit is going on
Video
in
games and anime, they
Elden
both
Ring.
take my breath away.
Um, Wireless all the time was like hitting me with facts about the Elden Ring lore, what people were saying, what people were doing, what people did, and I still honestly don't know what half of the people are for in that fucking game, Perry King. All I know is that I played the shit out of it, and I could fuck up any boss I wanted to in that game. I don't know why I was fucking them up, but I was fucking them up. Just like in Black Myth Wukong, like I knew it was about finding his reincarnation, but Like, I have no idea who all those people were that I fought. I just know I was going in there to fuck some shit up. Okay? It's like that TikTok. It said average gamer, final boss. The final boss is like, you took everything from me. And then it's like, it switches over to the player. He's like, I don't even know who you are.
Yes, I remember me and Wireless used to talk about you. He would say how something is always done. And you would just do it the way you do, rolling on the floor laughing. That's for like every game.
That's for like every game. I know. Tutorial says you have to roll, and then attack. And I'm like, nah, dude, let's just fucking attack. You could just go over this way.
He tells you the guidelines and you say it's bleeds. I think I can kill that guy, rolling on the floor laughing loudly, crying face.
It's if it bleeds, it dies. It's giving off the vibes of like, Van Helsing, you murderer! Did you like the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing?
He once was telling you to spare someone and their sad story behind it. And you had already killed the guy and said, oh really, I killed him, eh?
I said what?
Basically called him broke, rolling on the floor laughing loudly, crying face.
He's very I remember the one time I was like, okay, I used to like going through my playthroughs and like, I don't know, every time I would find one of those merchant guys, I would just kill him. And then I would take his merchant bell and I would bring it to the Two Finger Maidens so that I could buy all the shit in the store whenever I wanted. I didn't have to go look for the NPC. So like the one playthrough, I literally just started killing every NPC that I ran into and that I could kill. So like when I came out that first door, I think his name is Varez. Varez was dead. And he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, why did you kill that guy?" I was like, "I don't know. He didn't really seem very important." And then he went on to tell me like a whole quest line. And as I'm running to that first church, and then I just, boom, 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 I take out the villager inside the church. He's like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" I was like, "Well, because he's got like a bell bearing that I can use. Like, why wouldn't I do that? It would make it so much easier."
Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
Yeah, he was I think it was like the fifth or sixth person I killed. He's like, "Dude, stop killing everyone." And I'm like, "Why? Like, I don't need them. I mean, I'm gonna go into like new game 12 after this anyways, and they're all gonna respawn."
I'm crying, rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like, stop killing people. You're not gonna have any more quest lines. I was like, for what? I think those NPCs got it worse than the villagers. Like one more hour to daylight taking.
Bro, you looked at the NPC and you put the bow up. I knew what was coming, rolling on the floor, laughing. Those two big ass weapons you used, rolling on the floor, laughing, man face palming.
It's too big.
Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face. Zero self control.
Zero self-control. Those two big ass weapons you used. The Omen Killer Cleavers. Yeah, when I pull those out, my character's like standing there holding two giant ass bugs. You know what's up. You know what's coming after that.
Yes, the Omen kills. I just closed my eyes, rolling on the floor, laughing. I bet they did too.
The merchants. I feel like the merchants closed their eyes really quick. Ugh.
Why is this guy buying all these arrows? He must be a good guy. 2 seconds later, where'd you get those omen kills from? Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
Oh wow, this guy helps small businesses. Look at him go. Why are you looking at me like that, sir?
Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Hmm. Oh man, I'm getting pretty tired. I don't get how you're not tired yet, Perry King. Did you stay up all last night or did you sleep during the day today?
When I found out you could parry Black Blade with that item, it was all over for him. Liked his hit though, but I needed to try it. One rolling on the floor, laughing. Grady. Rolling on the floor, laughing loudly, crying face.
When you found out you could parry Blackblade with that item, it was all over for him. Like his hit too, but I needed to try it once. Great enemy found.
His fit.
His fit. Oh, liked his fit though, but I needed to try it. That's funny. That skill is pretty cool, but I was never able to get it to work. not gonna lie, Perry King, I'm like half falling asleep sitting here.
I am tired them see my messages are getting harder and harder to read. I'm delusional rolling on the floor laughing loudly crying face.
My answers are getting hard. I'm like replying in my head, and then I'm like, wait, thinking isn't talking. You can't hear me. And then I start talking, and it's coming out as mumbo jumbo.
Okay, let's meet back up here later after a man's manly nap rolling on the floor laughing. W stream.
After a man's W nap, a man's nap. You're fucking funny, man. All right, man, that sounds good to me, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely taking that deal. Remember, this was your idea, though. Okay? When you're pointing fingers later, all right? All right. I'm glad we got that settled. W audience, Bacon.
Alright, see you then rolling on the floor laughing.
All right, man. I'll see you then. I'll message you later and see if you're up. Have a good nap, man.